for Leroy Truth Investigations on YouTube. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And we have so much coming up for you here. I am live in Trenton, New Jersey to meet with Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey and to meet with Anthony Platkin, the State Attorney General of New Jersey, and with a number of messages. And number one with them, I want to talk with them to finally get them the protection that they need. There's 3 women who claim they were sexually assaulted by a fellow Union City, New Jersey worker. These three women work for the New Jersey Parks Department, and they claim they've been sexually assaulted by someone else who also works for the New Jersey Union City Parks Department. And I have been at almost every meeting asking the mayor, Brian P. Stack, State Senator Brian P. Stack simultaneously, and all the city commissioners, Wendy Grullon, Martinetti, and all of them, to protect these 3 women who came forward, went to the police about 5 weeks ago, and they shared their story that they claim they've been sexually assaulted, and they continue to be victimized even more so since they went to the police by Alicia Moyahone, allegedly their direct supervisor, and it is a mess. They are beside themselves, they are depressed, they are physically sick, and no one in Mayor Stack's government, especially Mayor Stack, is helping them. Now take a look at some of the messaging we have here today as well. We have Brian Stack, he's mayor, also simultaneously State Senator of New Jersey. By the way, got a tip, there's my hotline number and email address, and P.O. Box as well if you want to send me snail mail. And look, betraying the Democratic Party, $105 billion. Or is that, they're up to million. There's so many zeros, I think there's 105 million. Look at this, Mayor Stack, courtroom bombshell, Madrano said, I gave Union City mayor money too. Stack of dollars, New Jersey Journal here. And there's so much going on that Mayor Stack is doing wrong, including not protecting the women, and he plays victim. He loves to play the victim card, claim everyone is picking on him and his family. Well, listen, Mayor, grow some kahunas here, because as mayor, we, me, everyone has a right to redress the government. And we do so peacefully, as I do peacefully and professionally and clearly. So stop playing your little baby game here, like, oh, woe is me, I'm Brian Stack, and I'm being called out on things that I maybe shouldn't have done or maybe should be done differently. So I'm gonna be attempting to meet with Phil Murphy, Governor today, Matthew Platkin, the Attorney General, and put it all on the line for them. Are they going to do the right thing and hold Mayor Brian Stack accountable, Senator Brian Stack accountable, head of the Judiciary Brian Stack accountable? And Scalzo, can you see the chats, if there's anything in the chats there? Even scroll up a little bit. And can I see a number of people here? And keeping the swine in line. Hello, I just came from behind the camera here. Rob L. Hello, Just Julie. Jocko Copwatch, hello. Keeping the swine. Rob L. Wetterman, thanks so much for joining, everyone. I really appreciate you all. And you know what the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are the problem. I take responsibility too. Why have the government officials, like allegedly major corrupt politician Mayor Brian P. Stack, how did they get allegedly so corrupt? Because we weren't paying attention. The foxes have been in the hen houses and they've been running wild. I am committed to stopping that. And I've been investigating Mayor, Senator Brian Stack for almost 4 months now. April 11th will be 4 months since I first visited Union City City Hall. And I've been asking at every meeting I've been going to since the 3 victims of sexual assault, they claim sexual assault, have come forward. And this is mind-blowing because no one will help them. Not a single person. Mayor Stack won't help them. He won't even acknowledge that they've been victimized, and they have emailed him. They've called him, and he is ignoring his own city workers who claim they've been sexually assaulted by another city worker. Let's take a look at some of the other messaging here. Brian P. Stack claims to be a Democrat, but when it was time to take a stand and back public unions, what did Brian Stack do? He crossed the aisle and became friends with the worst governor ever, Chris Christie. Stack called Chris Christie, and I just went over here, look, there's Brian Stack there, there's Chris Christie. And I heard from a number of sources, people have asked me, well, isn't Mayor Stack a major major Democrat, and isn't Chris Christie a major, major Republican? And the two usually don't meet. They're like force fields, bounce off each other. A number of sources have told me, and I'm making no claims of fact, no statements of fact whatsoever, but a number of sources told me that the reason that Mayor Stack crossed the aisle and endorsed a Republican governor when Chris Christie was running, a number of sources claim that Chris Christie, who was Attorney General at the time, was investigating alleged malfeasance and alleged corruption of Mayor Brian Stack, and allegedly made him a deal and said, listen, I want to be governor. I know if I win Hudson County that you are senator of, if you can deliver those votes for me, I will become governor. And if you promise to do that, I won't indict you, the sources claim. But if you don't support me and cross the aisle, bam, you may be indicted. Sources allegedly claim. Well, Mayor Stack doesn't want to do time. He's not built for that kind of thing, right, Mayor Stack? So allegedly, that's why he crossed the aisle and suddenly became this extraordinarily passionate lover of Chris Christie. And he propelled Chris Christie to the governorship because Hudson County has that much influence and power. And what are you saying? And I have Deli Flores here. And Deli, can you come on here for a minute as well?
Thank you. Thank you.
And here, and this is Deli Flores.
Thank you.
And Deli, what are you here for?
Okay. Thank you for your interview for me. I'm here because I come in to represent my people, my Spanish people, because too many people are affected about the corruption in Hudson County. Hopefully, it's to say the truth. I don't want to say anything inventing. I am survivor of the corruption, especially of Brian Stack.
I'll pause there a minute. And this is earth-shaking, what Deli is about to share now. Earth-shaking. And what have you claimed that Brian Stack did to you?
Horrible time since I'm come here in all my life. Almost 5 years later, I'm living here as a citizen, not exactly citizen because I don't have document in that time. But after 5 years, I have my residence. So I start to work in different places. But Brian Stack called me. He gave me the work in the Board of Education.
So Brian gave you work at the Board of Education, and what did he
Yes.
want in return?
Somebody in Spanish people, when I was working in Maryland Stadium, somebody called me and they say, Deli, you have, in Spanish, they say, Deli, you have a meeting in that address. So she got me the address and they say, you have to stay in there because you will have a new job. So I surprised. But Christopher Irizarry, in that time in the Board of Education, give me the hand, welcome to the Board of Education. I don't know nothing because I don't speak any English. I don't have experience. I don't know nothing about nothing in the life.
So you got a job with no experience,
Nothing.
and you weren't qualified. You're being very honest. You weren't qualified for the job, but there's some
Yes.
reason you got the job. So keep
But
going.
I was in the university. I started my English and career and everything at Hudson County Community College. So since that, Brian Stack knows me. He knows me in the pastor clergy meetings. He knows in clergy meeting how he was waiting for me in the corner of my house because I live in close to the.
Hold on. Who was waiting for you at the corner of your house?
Brian Stack. Brian Stack was waiting for me in the corner when I coming from the job at 3 o'clock. I stay in my house. My house was close to the building in the town, in the 37th Street. So I found him several times, almost 4 or 5 times he was waiting for me. He said, I'm waiting for you in the corner. But I don't know nothing English. So later he was in my house, touched the bill and the ring in my house. So he was looking at me for several times, after 4 or 5 times. I said, I'm sorry, I can't receive you here. And in that moment, I had the church in West New York. So we don't have any more church in that place. He said me, I give it my card. If you need some favor, I give it for you everything, whatever you want. So I don't know English, but I don't care because I passed some personal problem in that moment.
And what happened? So what did Brian do to you?
To help me with the place if I'm moving from West New York to Union City.
You mentioned he did something to you. Did Brian do something? Any kind of sexual assault or something?
In that moment, nothing.
No, I'm talking later. We actually have to. Get...
Okay. Mm-hmm. So no, he visited to me for several times, but I have the document to when I found some new place in 45th Street in Union City. He said me, I helped you to make the documents. So I imagine that he helped me in the document. But in that time, he called me, Deli, I'm waiting for you in 45th in the place. So in that time, he at 7:30 almost, he was in the place, and I opened the locker of the door because I had 3 lockers. When I go upstairs, he put a locker inside the door, the principal door. And the second door, he put a locker too. So I said, why he put a locker? And the third door, he put a locker too.
So he put 3 locks.
Yes, he did 3 locks. So later, when I stay inside, I go to tour on the line, he start to attack me sexually. Like a monster. I can say it now because it's horrible woman.
All right, but you're saying that he attacked you sexually.
Yes.
That's Mayor Brian P. Stack, Senator
Yes.
Brian P. Stack.
Yes. He started to touch my body. Horrible moment. I can explain now because I can explain exactly the moment by which he started to touch me. He started to make like a monster. And I was frustrated. I fight with him. So that was the first time. The second time attacked me Justin Mercado after past the years.
Justin Mercado is the Board of Education Secretary and one of the closest friends and consigliaries and enforcers for Mayor Brian P. Stack. And Justin Mercado attacked and robbed me in front of Mayor Brian Stack, caught on video, and the allegedly corrupt Hudson County Prosecutor Esther Suarez, after viewing the video footage that blatantly shows an assault and robbery of me, she said, or her staff said, there's nothing indictable here. And every police officer I've shown this to who has seen the video, every lawyer who I've shown this video to, Justin Mercado assaulted and robbed me. And he initially got away with it, but not for long through the legal system because I have some follow-up I'm doing legally.
So the most important thing is because he defends to Brian Stack. He tried to say why you put it in the Facebook page, why you put some announcement about the politic.
Come over here a little bit. Here, bring it over.
Thank you. It's
All right.
Okay. So he defends him because I posted from some Dominican. Thank you. So I posted some video recorder of Freddy Gomez. I shared the video recorder from Freddy Gomez, and who he posts an video recorder. That video recorder is here. I think it's the moment, exactly the moment where he said, Christy. So after that, 3 days later, because that was Friday, after that he looked at me in the Colin Powell school, inside the school, with 4 men. Look at me, 4 men. That was terrible for me. I was caring a lot about that moment when he intimidated me. He tried to intimidate me in that moment. So I was carrying a lot. I get nervous. Teacher say me, don't say nothing. Don't call the police. The teacher said, please don't call the police. I don't understand nothing. The teachers tell me, please don't call the police. Don't call the police. So I don't know what happened with me. So I went to the hospital because it was a terrible moment for me, intimidated. 4 men look at me in the Colin Powell school. Later in the next year, Alicia Morejon was waiting for me in the moment when at 3 o'clock in the elevator, outside the elevator. She was looking at me in that moment. Deli, come. She said me in Spanish, ¿qué tú esperas que no te largas del Board of Education? In Spanish. So I say, what happened? Why you tell me that? In that moment, I take it off my phone. So I start to make an audio recorder. But she said me in Spanish, why are you waiting for you to get out of here from the Board of Education? So in bad attitude. Later, when I took my phone, she calmed down and she started to speak well, and she knows, maybe she notified that I speak I make them in my audio recorder. So the next time was Mercedes Joaquin, who is here. She's here. Mercedes Joaquin. So that lady in front to the huge meeting and the breast cancer in that day, the mayor was there, so the meeting, the party start. The people are waiting for the mayor. They are desperate because I'm there. I was there, so I don't understand why. And the moment she passed too close to my place, and she touched my arm like this. Could you tell me? I was getting my video recorded. She touched me without sneaking. Show me. Sorry. I see. She touched her finger, my arm. She pushed the finger inside my skin. So I was bleeding in that day. So I had pain. The people say, don't go to the hospital, don't call the police, don't call the police.
We got to get to a meeting.
Yes,
now.
yes.
So, but in finishing that, I mean, extremely wrong. The attacks that she has endured, Deli Flores, the attacks that I have been toward me, allegedly under the direction of Mayor Brian Stack himself.
We continue the history. Look at this.
Yeah, and we'll continue another time. So we gotta run now. We have a meeting to attend in the state capitol here now. So thank you everyone so much for joining us. This is Deli Flores of Union City, New Jersey. She has a major story to tell. She told us a tiny portion of it today. I thank you for spending some time with us today.
Next time we make it in Spanish because people want to speak in Spanish.
And we're going to do some Spanish as well. So God bless you all. And if you would like to redress the government, you can call the State Attorney General, Matthew Platkin. Say, hey, protect these 3 women and Deli Flores, the 3 women who came forward, and Deli Flores, and how many other women have been sexually assaulted in Union City and not protected and retaliated against after they come forward to share their story, which is what happened with Deli Flores, which is what happened with the other 3 women. I am Leroy Truth in the state capitol, Trenton. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Leroy Truth Investigations. Also, go to my Facebook, Leroy Truth. There's many updates that I don't do on YouTube, and I do daily updates on Leroy Truth. And what's your
my last day? So I say, please continue.
What's your Facebook?
Oh, Hudson County, New Jersey Boys, Latin Boys. It's in Spanish because people look at me in Spanish. I represent my people from my county. I represent the women. I represent the lady who was affected. 3 ladies. It's a terrible situation, you don't know? So this is the time. We continue to encourage to continue to fight about this, take care of the complete corruption in this time.
Excellent.
Thank you, Leroy.
You're welcome. Thank you, Deli. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. God bless you, and we'll see you soon. And thanks for joining us, everybody, too.